Psalm 36. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, the servant of the Lord. The transgression of the wicked says within my heart that there is no fear of God before his eyes. For he flatters himself in his own eyes until his iniquity be found to be hateful. The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He has left off to be wise and to do good. He devises mischief upon his bed. He sets himself in a way that is not good. He abhors not evil. Your mercy, O Lord, is in the heavens, and your faithfulness reaches into the clouds. Your righteousness is like the great mountains. Your judgments are a great deep. O Lord, you preserve man and beasts. How excellent is your loving kindness, O God! Therefore, the children of man put their trust under the shadow of your wings. They shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of the house, and you shall make them drink of the river of your pleasures. For with you is the fountain of life. In your light we shall see light. Oh, continue your loving kindness unto them that know you, and your righteousness to the upright in the heart. Let not the foot of pride come against me, and let not the hand of the wicked remove me. There are the workers of iniquity fallen, they are cast down and shall not be able to rise. The first epistle of Paul the Apostle to the Corinthians, chapter 10. Moreover, brethren, I would not that you should be ignorant, now that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink. For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, which was Christ. But with many of them God was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. Now these things happened to them as an example, to the intent we should not lust after evil things as they also lusted. Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000. Neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted, and were destroyed of serpents. Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured, and were destroyed of the destroyer. Now all these things happened to them for examples, and they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. Wherefore, let him that thinks he standeth take heed lest he fall. There has no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way out, that you may be able to bear it. Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry. I speak as to wise men, judge ye what I say. The cup of blessing which we bless, is it not the communion of the blood of Christ? The bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of Christ? For we, being many, are one bread and one body, for we are all partakers of that one bread. Behold, Israel after the flesh, are not they which eat of the sacrifice partakers of the altar? What say I then? That the idol is anything, or that which is offered to sacrifice to idol is anything? But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice not to God, but to devils, and not to God. And I would not that you should have fellowship with devils. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils. Do you provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things do not edify. Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth. Whatsoever is sold in the shambles, that eat, asking no question for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. If any man of them that believe not bid you to feast, and you be disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no question for conscience sake. But if any man say to you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols, eat not for his sake that showed you, and for conscience sake, for the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. Conscience, I say, not your own, but the other. For why is my liberty judged of another man's conscience? For if I by grace be a partaker, why am I evil spoken of for that which I give thanks? Whether therefore ye eat or drink or whatsoever ye do, do all to the glory of God. Give none offense neither to the Jews, nor to the Gentiles, nor to the church of God, even as I please all men in all things, not seeking my own profit, but the profit of many, that they may be saved.